Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm really good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. So we're here for category is Macbeth. Yes. How did this all start? How did you become a part of it?
This started with a text from our lovely director-producer, Chris Clegg, that came out of absolutely nowhere. He sent me a message saying, "How's your Shakespeare?" And I said, "Classically trained." And here we are.
When it comes to Shakespeare, what is your favourite Shakespeare play?
Oh,
It doesn't have to be Macbeth.
it's like choosing between children, isn't it? Really tricky. I'm going to go a random curveball. I love Cymbeline, which is known as one of the problem plays because it doesn't quite all fit together in the way that it maybe should. But I saw a production of Cymbeline when I was really, really young, I must have been 17, 18. I saw a production of Cymbeline by Knee High Theatre Company at Northern Stage in Newcastle. And that is what made me want to be a performer, seeing that play. So that has a really special place in my heart.
And also when it comes to obviously you haven't started rehearsals yet, but when you're envisioning the rehearsals and being at the Emerald Theatre, what is the one scene you think is going to stand out the most?
Ooh, tricky. I mean, there's so many classic soliloquies for Macbeth within the show. And although we haven't started rehearsals, I have very much started preparing. Because, with Shakespeare, you want to go into the rehearsals not only knowing the words, but knowing what they mean. Otherwise, you're fighting an uphill battle from the beginning. But I have got a bit of an earworm, which will not leave me alone at the moment, which comes from the words, which is the end of that speech, "Stars hide your fires, let night not see my black desires." I think I've got the words wrong there. I promise I'll get them right on the night. That's really in my brain at the moment. I think there's something really evocative and magic about that, and it fits the framing that we're using of nightlife.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And also it's set in the 80s as well. Is that going to be quite an interesting take, do you reckon, for audiences?
Yeah, I think this is going to be Macbeth in a way that people haven't seen it before, I think the take on it and the angle that we have on the story is really, really unique. And I think seeing drag performers have such a range of skills that we can bring to any challenge that comes in front of us. But to see those used in the context of Shakespeare is going to be so exciting.
You just mentioned the word challenge. Yeah. You love a challenge and you love to win challenges. Firstly, when it comes to the first one, RuPaul's, what was that like being on that show, working with Rue and Michelle?
It was absolutely terrifying. It was completely terrifying. I had a wonderful time, and obviously it couldn't have gone much better than it did, but I was actually rereading my diary from the filming period recently, and it struck me how frightened I am in that diary. I think it's, women say when they give birth, eventually they forget the pain and they want to do it again. I kind of feel like that about Drag Race.
Before you went on the show, did you have a kind of preconception of what the show could have been, is like in production, and was it completely different to what you might have thought it was?
It's pretty much exactly what you see on TV, I think. I think people get this idea into their head that there's all sorts of hokey pokey going on behind the scenes, and but it's really, really not like that. The challenges are there, they're big, they're difficult, they push you to your limits, you have not much time to do them, you have to get on with it and just hope that all of the hopes and dreams you brought with you in your suitcase can manifest on the stage.
We've had also great guests on the show as well. Who was your favourite? You can choose more than one.
Oh, I love Aisling Bea. I love Aisling Bea. I think she's a phenomenal comedian and she's an amazing person, and so it was a real thrill to perform for her.
And also Bake Off, Celebrity Bake Off. MasterChef, sorry. Celebrity MasterChef. What? Sorry. I get them all confused. But Celebrity MasterChef, what was it like winning that?
That was an out-of-body experience, honestly. I really didn't have high hopes for myself when I went into that, but something just clicked in me, and I just decided that I wanted to win that one as well. And to a certain extent, I am going to win Macbeth, but then I am also going to pay the ultimate price for that in the end. So, yeah, I won't be leaving this one with the crown, and in fact, I won't even be leaving it with my own head.
Also, when it comes to, obviously, with RuPaul, you guys have to make your own costumes. Are you going to have a say in the costume designs in this show?
Yeah, we're working really collaboratively. All the team are working really collaboratively together. And this is one of mine. I put this one together. I've been working on the last month or so, every time I'm getting into drag, I'm trying to get myself into the character of Macbeth, because that my usual drag aesthetic is not very bloodthirsty. I look like a bouncy castle most of the time. So I'm having real fun playing with drag again, playing dress up and makeup, and trying to discover a deeper, darker, ambitious side of me that I can bring to the show. And that's been really, really fun. And it's actually really helping me prepare the character as well.
Also, drag over the years has become more popular. Yeah. How do you think that's helped the younger audience to accept people who do drag, and also to who might want to be drag queens or drag kings when they're older?
I think it is phenomenal that queer people are on primetime TV, on the BBC, thriving, living their lives, showing their culture, learning about each other, telling stories from their experiences. There is nothing more fabulous than that. And if that inspires young people to get into drag, then absolutely amazing as well, you know? But I think just that representation is the key and magical thing about Drag Race. There are some people that watch Drag Race that will never try drag and might never go out and see drag live, but to know that this amazing punk, fabulous energy of drag is existing in people's living rooms right now is so powerful.
I also got to ask, when it comes to closet, how big is your closet? Because you guys, the clothes you guys have is just so much. It's a new outfit every single day.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's a storage unit now, unfortunately. I don't keep much drag in my actual house. Well, it would be completely stowed out otherwise. So I've got a storage unit where most of it lives. But I also burn through it quite a lot. So I try not to hang on to too much stuff. But then, you know, you get to the point, one day you're like, oh, where is that red sequin mankini that I made in 2009? Is it still available to me? So yeah, there's a lot going on, and my wardrobe in particular is mental, you know, because I love big drag and big structure and all of that kind of thing. So
do you ever, with old pieces, do you ever maybe like cut them up and put them into like two, like, do you ever entwine them together?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, some of the trimmings and stuff that you might use for drag, things like crystals and ostrich feathers and all of that kind of stuff, that stuff's really expensive and it's hard to get a hold of. So if ever I am getting rid of something, I do sort of strip off all the valuable bits, and then you find them popping up in other things later on.
And then lastly, before you go, what else can we expect from you in the future?
Oh, well, after Macbeth?
Yes, after Macbeth.
After Macbeth, in September, I'm going on tour with my new solo show. It's called Show Pony. It runs from September to February all over the UK. And it is a love letter to the little show pony that lives inside of me and our relationship and how we get on and sometimes not get on with each other.
I have to go to that. I'll be there.
See me.
Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks a lot.